Hello guys and welcome back to the Candyland server. I have done a lot of work at this Guardian farm. Well, maybe not at the whole Guardian farm, but at least up here with these buckets. So as you can see in the cinematic panoramic, I have all, I was going to say 2,000. It's not actually 2,000. It's 19, I should have the number right in front of me actually. Hold on. I know I calculated this. 1,976 buckets, hand-filled and hand-delivered to each one of these dispensers. So this was an unfortunately large task. So I've started with just testing this one cell here. You can see below I removed the sand, and this cell is hooked up, and so I can toggle the water on and off. I think I showed that last episode, but I'm not going to connect the rest. I have the blocks laid out, so the current idea is I'm going to lay repeaters in between each cell, and so then the water will propagate across, or the redstone signal will propagate across. That's one idea. What I actually just kind of was thinking about the other day when I was brainstorming about this is I thought it would be really cool to instead use like instant redstone wire. Like one of these block update detector style instant redstone, and try to power the full system instantly so the water all drops down at the same time. Now I haven't looked into how possible that would be, but I just think it would be really cool. So I'm gonna try to do that. But anyway, so let's see what we're gonna work on today. Oops, these two aren't done. So I have to glass this in and shovel this out. That is, yeah, indeed something I have to do. And I have all the glass made, but I don't want to start that yet. Because what my idea is, and this is sort of the other thing, I'm not turning this farm on until it's completely functional. I just think it would be kind of funny. So it means I have to clear out this, well, basically, so what my idea is, before I shovel out all this dirt, and before I destroy this floor, I'm going to put in the collection system down here. And so when I do end up breaking everything down, the collection system's already in place. Yeah. So I think that's I don't know. I think it's a good idea. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. So I'm going to start by filling in, because it's mostly already stone, I'm going to be filling most of this in with stone. So I have a couple stacks here to replace any of the andesite and granite and stuff around as I'm going. So I might run around and do that first. And then I'm going to lay the tracks. So that's the plan. I've got the tracks and some redstone. Yeah, so they're going to run like... So I'm just going to start in one corner. Whoops. One corner and just run them like this. And then they don't... Like after that I can cut... Whoops. After that it'll be a lot easier to lay them, because they don't connect at the edges like normal ones. So I'm just going to run along and do this. And once it's filled in, then we can work on the actual collection system, which I'm going to put on this side, I think. Oh, it doesn't really matter, actually. I'm going to put it on one of the sides. And so it's just going to be a minecart unloader, much like the one I built in the Mesa mine. Yeah. So I'm going to run ahead and do this off camera, but just placing these, and anytime I encounter stone, or rather dirt, or anything that's not stone, I'm going to replace it with stone. So I'll be back in a few. Alright, so I've taken up all the blocks that weren't stone on the ground here, and I've dug a trench which will be used for the collection system. So the way it's going to work is we're going to have the powered rails going this way, and the minecarts are going to go back and forth like that. And then we're going to have a hopper line underneath here, like so. And that is the main item hoppers, I guess. And then there's a hopper on top of each of one of those, like so, going down. And so then each one of these, is going to be the minecart unloader. So I'll build one to show you how it works, and then I'll just repeat it down the line. So we have the comparator, which detects whether or not there's items flowing through this hopper, i.e. if this minecart is unloading. And so it will disable this torch, which is currently powering this block here, like so. Okay, and so when I don't have a minecart, just get over here. When a minecart comes here, reaches here, and has items in it, they start flowing through here, and it would look kind of like this. Let me just throw like that in there. Okay, so now there's items in there, and so this comparator is on, turning off the torch back there, and turns off the signal which powers that block. So that allows time for this hopper to unload as well as the minecart, and then as soon as it's done, it goes on its way in that direction. So that is how we're building this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this sort of in a time lapse, I guess. Not the full length that way, but I'm going to run along here and do that. So I'll be right back when we're done. Alright, so yeah, that wasn't so bad. I kind of had a good systematic, kind of had a good systematic method there for the most part. Which one is that? Man, I'm good. Okay, there we go. So they're all working. That's perfect. So now that the rails are sort of already like in the correct orientation, as you can see, I was sort of trying to trick them into being in the right orientation. Now I can just run along like this. And as long as I only do one row at a time, they'll always turn in the right direction, you can see. So I think haste 2 is a little bit too fast. I might switch it to haste 1 because I keep missing every couple with haste. So yeah, I don't know. We shall see. So before I get into that too much, there's one more thing I have to do. I have to count 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think if I power this one, like so, I think, oh wow, I'm way off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rail power only goes 9? I did not know that. Okay. I've never actually counted before, so we'll do 9 then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's go one more just to make sure. So if I put it there, I need a block. Like so, yeah, okay, perfect. So that right here, I'm going to put a line of these, the redstone blocks, which will power that, and then it goes another 9 in the other direction. Okay, so there we go. So I guess the next steps are I'm going to run those redstone lines across, and then I'm just going to have to run back and forth placing this this powered rail. It's going to be tedious, but I'm excited to be moving forward with this. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so as you can see, I have all the tracks laid. I ended up going and grabbing some redstone lamps, and I think that, well, that lights up the place because I was definitely having zombies spawn and stuff, so I think that's a really good thing. There's those 2 zones there, and somehow I'm going to, I guess I should have placed these a little bit better because I'm going to have to put another, like, redstone block line and redstone lamp. I don't know. Clearly it's dark there, but I guess it reduces the spawns because there's only, well, let's check the F3. Where's the light? 7. It's 7 on this block, 7 on this block, but here it's 8 and here it's 8. So anyway, it's not so bad, but it's not great. So now what we have to do is get these mine carts going. So let's put a stack here and just try to, I don't have enough to do the whole row, but I've got a bunch so you can kind of see what's going on. Actually, I should have brought down some, oh, that was silly. Ooh, I've got a bunch of things in here. Should have brought down some chests. Anyway, that's fine. So let's start to put some of these guys on here. So luckily I don't need that many, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and let's mark the one we haven't done with that rail thing there. And so those will kind of go, well, those will absolutely go indefinitely. And I think, like, if they get stopped, that was a worry, is that they will get stopped. They don't seem to be able to be stopped. That's good, obviously, but yeah, I'm afraid what I might actually need to do is, I don't know how I would do that. Basically force this torch to turn off, maybe by putting torches under here, so I could reset the circuit, so all of them stop here and then restart, because there is a chunk change, and I don't know what happens if we log out and one of the chunks is not loaded and the hopper minecart's not moving, for example. Anyway, that's sort of a worry I have, and I don't really know what to expect from it. Oh dear. Oh right. Thought I was lost the hoppers. There we go. And clearly I killed a witch there. Let me turn that off. Yeah, so I don't really know what to expect from that. So in that way I'm a bit nervous, but it's okay. Let's see. Oh, these are all gonna go into the system. I don't want that to happen. And those ones, okay. Oh, that's what we picked up. But yeah, so we'll see. Like as it's going, like as I build this system, if I find the carts stop moving, which is what I really don't want, then I can adapt to that. But in the meantime, this is perfect. Before I go ahead and make the rest of the minecarts and set them, because I won't do it on camera, let's just take a look at what this will look like in operation. So let's just run along here, and I'm going to throw a whole bunch of items on the cart. And this is to simulate what would happen if, when the guys die. See, all the items are picked up. And as each of these mine carts have an item in them, well, anyway. I think if it's just one item, it won't stop. But if it's multiple items, then it will. Let's just try that to make sure I'm not crazy here. So if it's stacked items, it should pick them up and then disable the minecart from going. Oh dear. This is not good. Oh no. Okay, I might need a different design. One that checks like the comparator behind this block. Which one of these is it? This one? That one? Nope. That one? Nope. Alright. Let me, I mean, it will empty it as it gets to each end, but... So I guess maybe the better check would be put a comparator here, and if there's an output, then don't power it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. Leave this with me, and I'll be right back. So I've done some playing around with these item like unloaders or whatever. And yeah, I couldn't get it to work, and then eventually, admittedly, I consulted with, oh, whoops. Well, it's not going to work, is it? And now I don't have any blocks. Alright, well, whatever. I'll take this block. And it's gone. Alright, hold on. I'll show you. So, I ended up consulting with Doc M's design to see if I was that far off. And first of all, mine is almost identical to his, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Furthermore, the only difference in design for this, because this is the unloader I knew, is that he has a chest under it. So I just tried swapping it for a chest, and somehow that works better. And that makes absolutely no sense to me, but somehow it works. Yeah. So I don't really know what to make of that or what the mechanics are there. Maybe it takes longer for items to go into a chest. Like it takes an extra tick. Actually, that's probably what it is, because the chest doesn't check above it for an item, whereas the hopper does. So in each tick, if there's two hoppers, like in one tick, this hopper says, okay, I want to put the item below, and the hopper below says, I want to take an item from the container above, and I'm guessing the item passes too fast for the comparator to get it. Whereas in this setup, somehow it isn't. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess maybe the second item is in. I have no idea. Anyway, so this works. So I guess what I'll do is tile chests and trap chests, and then move this hopper line directly below. So minding the rain, I have all the carts running now. And yeah, I put some storage in here just to start collecting the items. So I just have it as like a 3 double chest system to start with. Obviously I'm going to have to put some sorters and some things in. But basically what this allows us to do, I'll probably have to move this, well, I have to gain access there at some point, but for the meantime, all of these are running, and that's perfect. So what I can start to do is I'll probably switch this, switch the beacon to haste and start taking down this main platform, except for maybe my work area. And then I'll go up and start to dismantle the glass, rather place the glass and dismantle the dirt. And so all of these items will be picked up by the hopper minecarts down below. So something I might want to do, I'm not sure, is maybe disassemble this and put it on top of this. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do actually. So maybe I'll start with that. I'll disassemble this structure. And yeah, and so what I can do is reassemble it after I collect all the pieces on the surface above all this, so I can still get the effects even though I'm not down like with it. And now the fun part, I get to tear all this out. Oh crap, that is something I was really worried about. Okay, so I don't want I don't want water falling down and destroying my train tracks, so let's try to avoid that. I'm going to take out the edges first, and then be really kind of careful around the edges. I'll just swim up and fix that. Alright, I think that'll do. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is just remove all this crap, and yeah. So I broke all the chests, and I'm taking apart the pseudo base, and it is just crazy the amount of items here. So hopefully the system can pick them all up. I'm probably gonna have to go down and like find a. Well, let's go down there in a minute, but I'll have to probably put some more chests in or something like that, because I'm really afraid that the system's not really equipped to handle that many items. I really don't want to despawn. The ender chest is down there too and stuff, but that's good. I've got the whole there we go, got the whole platform dismantled, so we're moving along. Let's go down here and find out if, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, well, hopefully it doesn't take that long to unload all these things. I really don't want this stuff to despawn. Alright, well, I think I lost a lot of my items. That's really unfortunate. 5 minutes is really short, as it turns out. So, yeah, it's really too bad. Mostly the glass, I think, is what I'm most sad about, because I spent a lot of time on the sand island trying to get that glass. I guess I can check these, yeah, go away. I can check some of these chests to see what things I got, but not nearly as much as I had, which is really, really unfortunate. These I should be immediately emptying. What's going on? It's like a, yeah, I guess there's single glasses going. So I'm gonna look for my ender chest, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed now about this glass situation, but anyway. That's what happens when I try to do things in a rushed way. I am super excited. So I have most of the glass laid. This is the last sort of row here of dirt I need to remove. I'm just going to do that here quickly. And I'll lay the last little bit of glass. Maybe not the last forever, obviously, but the last in the actual trap mechanic. So what this means is that the farm is technically operational. Well, although I don't have the redstone hooked up, you know, as soon as I have the redstone hooked up, I'll be able to just turn it on. So I have to now make the decision about, like I was saying earlier, about whether or not I'm going to make it with just repeaters, or whether I'm going to go and do the instant wire thing. I think the instant wire would be ideal, but well, would be like preferable to me. Oh, I'll break those two last ones. And that, oh, come on. Let's come down here. There we go, last piece of dirt. So look at that, that was a lot of glass. I had to make quite a few trips to the sand island. Maybe it'll come from the bottom. Quite a few trips to the sand island. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. So look, this is one thing I've been noticing. Some of the carts have indeed been stopping. I think that's from the mobs that will randomly spawn here. So there's very few that can spawn because there's not that many areas that are spawnable surfaces. But the bigger problem is the slimes, which like can spawn in any light. So that might be a bit of an issue. But one thing I was thinking about was that if I have the spawning platform up very high in the sky, then it probably won't be able to spawn guys down here anyway, so it won't be a problem. That's kind of just my thought on the matter. But I guess we'll see. I forget what I was going to come in here to check for. Well, anyway, whatever. Okay, so that's collecting items. So let's hop back up and take a look at what we have to do next. But yeah, no, I think it's looking good. There's all kinds of glass there. So, you know, I guess the three major tasks left now are to do the walls, which will require a lot of glass as well, and kind of just going down to, yeah, so doing the walls, doing the redstone above, and then having a nice collection system at the bottom. But yeah, no, I really like the idea of what I was describing before, where I take all this out and just have the glass, the appropriately colored glass on the outside. I'm not sure how much work it will be. What I was thinking about, I'm not sure how to deal with that, is the source blocks. So if I have, sorry, kill these zombies here. If I have like some blocks along the side, so like in this case here, I guess we can try it because there's quite a bit of glass. So if I start to take these out, so there's no sources there, right? So we're just getting moving water, and that's not really what I want. Let me just make a bucket. I can take a look at what this would look like if there's some way to fix it easily. Yeah, I guess I'll grab some water. So if we put a single, okay, let's put two. And that didn't even cause a source in the middle. Oh, it's because I still have the. Let's put. Oh my gosh! Look at these guys. Put that there. Okay, so now there's a source. I think that fills underneath of it. So what that means is we'd have to make sources along the top. So I guess like the method would be to run along the top and take out, oh no, that's what I didn't want to happen. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Maybe, oh, look at that. I think it's not going to take out any, okay, only one, perfect. Alright, I'll go down and fix that in a minute. But so if we take all those out, and then put like a single bucket of water maybe right here, yeah, so that will convert them all to sources. Okay, so I think that's how I'll do it. But anyway, that's looking a bit ahead. But no, I think, oh my god, these zombies. Who's attacking me? Is it an invisible spider or something? Oh no, this guy. Alright, guy, come here. I'm gonna use a creeper to attack me. Alright, so no, I think I will try to do the glass wall. Not today though. I think that's gonna wrap up this episode for now. But next time, I'd like to before next time anyway, I like to have the wiring done on the top, and that's pretty much it. Like once I have that going, then I'd like to maybe build I guess it won't take very much to build the collection system. Maybe an item elevator up to this island or something. I don't know where it's going to go. But yeah, I'd like to kind of get moving with that as soon as possible, and then the idea would be by next episode we turn this guy on. I'll have to decide at some point whether or not I want to finish the walls before actually turning on the machine. That'll be something I can think about. But yeah, I guess that's everything for now, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you're enjoying this Guardian farm. I know it's a bit of a tedious build. It's long and boring and stuff, and I'm really not doing anything very creative here. But I am going through it without much, without really following much of anything, aside from memory and my common sense. Alright guys, that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.